Today we're going to talk about Florida quarterback Emory Jones, who over the past month has had a lot of different articles written about him, some mock drafts, and just he's been getting a lot more publicity, and rightfully so. I think he's going to be a great quarterback next year. PFF even had him projected to be a top 10 pick in one of their mock drafts that they put out for 2022. So I want to dive into some of the film of Emory Jones, and could he potentially be the best quarterback in the SEC this year? Of course, sure, potentially. I don't know. I just put that as a title, so maybe y'all click on the video and watch it. But I do want to watch some film of Emory Jones. We're going to watch his ability to create space, not just running the ball, but the creativity that he brings to the table. I can create space and create throwing lanes, and his ability to process information is something that I want you all to pay attention to as well. He has a good job in the pocket when called to be in the pocket. He has a good job running when called to run, and there's a lot of creative plays, that can be built off his ability that we're going to watch some film and just kind of imagine what will be able to, how he'll be able to be used in Florida's offense next year. But before we watch the film, I just want to encourage you to consider subscribing to this channel if you like any quarterback related content. We put out all things quarterback, so anything that relates to the quarterback position is fair game here. Enough of me talking. I'm sorry I got you to watch this video, but let's dive into the actual film of Emory Jones and see kind of why he could potentially be the best quarterback in the SEC next year. So we're going to watch two plays here from Jones. The first play is just a run play by him that he actually gets stuffed. The second play will be the play we break down, but I want you to remember this play. Even though it's not a successful quote-unquote play, you get maybe 1 or 2 yards. There are plays that are built from this play. So even though this play isn't necessarily successful, other plays in the game are successful because of this threat right here. So they're able to kind of build off that. So that's something to remember. Even though one play is not successful, that doesn't mean the plays down the road in the game aren't successful. It's still built on that. But anyways, the play I want to break down is this. It shows his ability to throw from within the pocket. It does a good job going through his reads. We'll break it down in detail in a second. Good job there. Rewind just a hair. So good job in the pocket. This answers everyone's questions about throwing ability. He's more than capable to make any type of throw on the field. Looking here, nothing there. Good coverage down here. So he's able to come up off his receiver. He sees the receiver coming open. Does a good job waiting for him to get past this backer here, and is able to hit him in a good position. Good ball there over the middle of the field. Let's watch the behind the center angle. Again, watch his eyes here. Good job processing information, coming off the initial read and coming to the middle of the field. Nothing there. Gets back. Good ball. Good job, Jones. So here's a quarterback draw from Emory Jones. I want you to pay attention to how he's able to get everyone out of position before he actually runs. We're going to break it down here in a second. Let's watch it one time through. Able to pick up 15 yards just like that. Gets north and south there, which ends up being a big gain. So we'll see he drops back to, it's obviously a draw, but he drops back and they have the intention that's like a throw. It looks like it's a throw. We're going to see people get out of position here, especially this linebacker, which is the hole that that Jones runs through. He's supposed to fill. He gets out of position with that little fake look over here, and then Jones is able to do the rest and get a big gain downfield. So just a good example of the creativity Dan Mullen will be able to use with Jones, and right there kind of shows the ability to obviously run, but just he has so many different tools, and he's able to get this guy out of position just by looking, gets out of position, then has enough athleticism to pick up a big gain. So a lot of good plays like that coming for the Florida Gators and Emory Jones. So watch the creativity here to, again, get guys out of position because of Jones's versatility. We're going to break it down more in a second. It ends up being a touchdown throw. Good job there. But the creativity, we're going to see the one kind of fake step here. It's going to get this backer out of position, which this receiver does a good job here beating for the slant route. Good throw by Jones, but this guy's out of position because of this step here. And they're all manned up, so this DB has to go with this swing route here. Good ball by Jones, but the creativity that Jones has to offer and being able to complete throws like this will be huge in this offense. Watch, he's out of position, can't recover in time. Good ball, touchdown. Let's go watch the behind the center angle. Again, just kind of as you're watching this, just imagine the different types of plays Jones will be able to do. Good ball, touchdown. There's another great read by Jones in the pocket. Well, again, watch it and then kind of come back and break it down. But it's a good read. No one there. Comes back. Got some levels on the backside. Good ball there. So we're going to see he sees the safety come up here. and we have kind of a high-low concept or levels, meaning we have like a shallow cross, and then we have a deep cross here. Middle of the field is open. Jones initially looks this way. We have a blitzing safety here, so we know we only got one up top safety. Good job by Jones looking to the left. Comes back. We see here's the shallow cross. Here's the deep cross here. Middle of the field wide open. Jones pretty much has his choice who he wants. Chooses the deep guy, makes a good throw, and he gets hit in the pocket as well. Good example there by Jones, and I think you're going to see a lot of this coming up in the season. Jones being able to do this. Again, we got blitzing safety coming in. Initially looks to the left. Nothing there. Comes back, middle of the field. Good ball, good catch. So here's the play after the clip we just watched, actually. Another good example in the pocket. Good ball here. And you can see that the creativity that he'll be able to bring to the table is big there. Quick play action. Because they have to account for him being able to run the ball. Also a good throw. I call this a mature throw for the simple fact you have the receiver coming open over the middle. Let's play just a hair bit more. So receiver coming open here. Boom. And this is probably some type of option route where the receiver sits down. But regardless, Jones sits the receiver down, throws it here. If he keeps leading the receiver, could be a pick or the receiver could get blown up here. So he does a good job sitting him down as opposed to leading him. So good job throwing the ball where the defender is not, as opposed to quote-unquote leading the receiver. Let's watch it one more time from this angle. Again, being able to create space. Boom. Sits him down. Good job by Jones there. So here's another good play by Jones, and you can nitpick the throw a bit. I want to look at it's a great read by Jones, ability to process information, and sure, nitpick the throw. He should have let him more, whatever, but still, it ends up being a good play. And remember, he was on the bench most of the time, getting put in the game to throw a good play like this. But let's break down the play just a hair bit more, because that's the impressive part. So Jones is reading the safety. We know we got a cover 3. It's either cover 1 or cover 3. Look, ends up being cover 3. Corners off the ball. They take this third. This DB or this safety supposed to have this third. He's creeping up here. Jones is watching him the whole time. One of the routes to beat a cover 3 is this running seams and hitting them in the zone, which is what Jones does. Good job reading that safety. Safety's out of position. Good ball there by Jones. Sure, if he would have let him to touchdown, but still a big-time play there. Still a fairly good throw, especially considering the situation. Jones isn't playing the whole game. It's the read is the impressive part. I like the read here. Watch. Here we go. Watch his eyes. Look at the safety. Safety's out of position. Gets the ball to his receiver. Still is able to make a big play there. So again, just about 6 or 7 videos, 6 or 7 clips that show Emory Jones' ability, and you kind of get a decent idea of the creativity factor and how Jones can use his skill set from throwing, from running, whatever it may be, combined with Dan Mullen's just offensive mindset. They're going to be able to do a lot of good things offensively with Jones and get defenders out of position, out of space, and create throwing lanes, create running lanes, and just going to help open up the offense in general, especially with Dan Mullen's past, his history of training quarterbacks, which I encourage you to go check out one of our older videos. We did talk about Mullen and kind of his quarterback training history, quarterback coaching history in one of our older videos if you're interested. But I think when you combine Jones and Mullen together, I think it's going to be a good fit here. We have another video of Jones and kind of the quarterback competition that we talked about a few months ago. But we're putting this out just kind of talking about Jones' skill set and what he brings to the table. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, like the video, all the YouTube stuff. We'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video.